Look at me, look at the art, look at the hat, look at the art, look at me, touch your belly button, look at me, look at the art, feel the art, mentalize it, what is this art about? Really think about it, we'll talk about it later. Hello, my name is Bui, like the ocean of ice, and I made a video about 27 life lessons that I want to share with the world. By no means am I a self-help expert, and each week we go into details about a specific lesson. And this week we're going to talk about the importance of having different perspectives. Before we continue, let's do an experiment. So what do you see? Two people can see the same things and have different perspectives, and they can both be right. This can be an M and this can be a W. And also, both of them could also be wrong, because as you can see, this is actually two V's. The lines don't connect here. See? We could all have different perspectives and they could be right and wrong and maybe in between and I don't know and all that. Hate to break it to you, but you're not the only human in the world, which means your thoughts and opinions are not the only one that matters. There's so many people around the world and we all think differently, for better or worse. We all come from different backgrounds, diverse cultures, geographical locations, different education, different socioeconomic backgrounds, religions. We have different traumas, different life experience, etc., etc. And this all influences how we think and approach the world, and this makes us all unique. For example, when they say the word snake, we all have different opinions. The denotation is that it's just an animal, but we might have different opinions about it based on our backgrounds. For example, someone raised super Christian or Catholic might see a snake as an evil monster and a representation of the devil, whereas someone who was born in an animal-friendly, reptile-loving family might think snakes are the coolest thing in the world. It's all about perspective at the end of the day. Just because I see the world in one way, that doesn't mean you'll have the same lens, and vice versa. Hence, I gotta be mindful when I do something, it might be perceived differently from another person. Right? I believe it's important to keep an open mind and learn different perspectives. By no means am I saying that you have to like what the other person is saying or agree on their different perspectives, but it keeps us more understanding of how they operate and how their mind think, and as a turn we become more empathetic and more well-rounded. And I believe real change happens when we actually understand where we each come from and all that good stuff. So how do you gain these different perspectives? One way is to travel. Travel exposes you to new cultures, forces you to meet new people, and expand your horizon. But some people don't like to travel and it's expensive, and that's totally valid. Another way is just by interacting with people in your local community who's super different from you. I think by default, we like to hang out with our friends because we all have the same thoughts and ideas, and that's good. But once in a while, it's good to challenge ourselves, expose ourselves to new people. This could be talking to someone from a different department or hanging out with people of different religion, cultures, or different hobbies. And this really expands your mind. You don't even need to leave your bed to get a different perspective. You could easily read a book or watch a video from a person with a different perspective. Speaking of books and videos and articles, as a society, we could be better about understanding where we get our information. A lot of the news that we get is very skewed. We might think that it's objective and factual, but the truth is there's a lot of people and authors who have a political agenda, financial stakes, or emotional baggage that is involved. For example, back when I was in pharmacy school, our professors would give us articles and publications of medications to analyze, and our professors reminded us to check who the author was. We wanted to make sure if they had any affiliation with the drug company or not, because this might skew the data. They might try to use positive verbiage to make their medication look better than what it actually is. And as you can see, this is a conflict of interest. Yeah! When you get a new perspective, this makes you into a better person. You learn something new, or maybe it challenges what you believe and you realize you are wrong, or maybe it reinforces your beliefs. But at the end of the day, you just become a more well-rounded person. There's that quote, don't judge someone unless you've been in their shoes or slippers. And I think it's super important to understand each other's backstory and how we were raised and how we see the world, because this makes us more connected. So back to this piece of art. Earlier I told you to feel it and really think about it. So I'm curious to see what you think this is about or what it is. Maybe comment below, because after all, we all have different perspectives, right? Right. And I hope to see you next week for another life lesson video. And if not, this is Bye Bye Bui.